Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, BMW light bar, crash bar, whatever you want to call it. So, I haven't got the light yet, but I can still get on with this little crash bar thing that I want to do on the front of the bike. We know the headlight is 7 inches, so I should be able to get on and make a good chunk of it. The light is going to mount to the bit of a crash bar that I'm making, so I won't be able to do that bit today because the light hasn't come. But we have the forming tools. I was thinking I wanted to make it chunky, so I was sort of swaying towards 25mm, which I'm going to do it in. I was thinking, should I drop it to 20mm? But then I realised my forming tools for that are not wide enough. Yes, I could probably do it in stages and get like a bigger hoop out of it. It wouldn't be a successful way of doing it really. So that would give me probably a 5-inch sort of hoop, which is not good enough. And the 25 one is perfect. That's going to give us about about 7 1/4 thereabouts. So that's the one I'm going with. We've got a bit of 25 tube already in stock, so I'm going to do it out of that. So I'll just swap these over for the one we've got in there and we'll crack on. Right, tooling in. I don't know how this is going to go because I'm as weak as a sparrow at the minute. Hopefully I'm strong enough to pull this round. I think it's about 2mm wall thickness, 25mm. Oh, that's not too bad. We're all right. It used to, I'm sure, yeah it did. It used to have a pin on there. Do it from up there when you got all the way around there. Where did that go? I don't know. How else are we going to do that? Will it trap in there? No. No, that's no good either. Now I am struggling. What can I put in there? Let me find out. Right, this might do us. Yeah, that'll lock in there. That's the one. Right, I've managed to get it round. No doubt it's going to be stuck because it normally does. Oh no, that come out quite easily. That was surprising. One hoop. Right, I just want to trim it up now. Got a mark. Let me get square. Unprepared as usual. Where's my pen? Right, let's cut that there. Right, we're actually laying a plan out. Something I don't always do. Obviously, the piece of paper is an headlight. And we've got the bottom yoke here. We've got 2 holes in the bottom yoke. So I'm just thinking now how I'm going to make it all fit. Oh, I didn't want just a tubular circle. I could have easily done that and done it in 2 hours, welding them together. I want to do something where we bring it probably from up here down, and on the 2 bits, let's go to the bike and show you. So we've got the 2 holes here. So I want to sort of, from the hoop, bring it down like so, or in somewhere around here, something like that. Obviously everything's subject to change. At the end of the day, this like most custom bikes that go out of it, it's all about the looks. This is about making it practical, just making a good sort of touring off-roady type bike. And I'm thinking, if I've got a block there, not a solid one like this, I'm just doing this to demonstrate what I mean. If I've got something like that, it will be sort of a folded piece of metal. Then if I do some bends that bring that into that, I could even make it adjustable on here maybe. So this, we can adjust this. I don't know yet, but something like that. And maybe off this I could do an extra spotlight, like little strip lights, LED strip lights, so we can you know, if we are going over some untowards places in the night, I can really light the area up. That would be very handy. Let's face it, some bike lights are rubbish, aren't they? I'm hoping the LED light that I've bought, it's supposed to be road legal. We'll see. I'm hoping it's not too bad, but it still doesn't hurt to have some extra spotlights on the bike. And maybe they could be mounted on here somewhere. I could have perhaps 2 down here each side, or just one on one side, or like I say, one of them strip ones, one of them long ones just there in the middle. I don't know yet. So this, basically, this tube will perhaps sit on the bike sort of length forward like that. I'll do some nice brackets at the top to hold it, and maybe a couple of bars, because what I'm going to do with the headlight, I'm going to get a round piece of perspex. You can buy them like the headlight protectors, but then I think I'm going to have a couple of thinner bars across here, because the LED light I've got coming has got like a little strip light on the inside of it around the middle, like so. So I might do some bars that sort of follow that. I'll be able to do more when the light's here. I'm just trying to lay out the very, very basic pattern. Yeah, I reckon I might just roll some more tube and have that coming down here to a central bracket on here. And obviously it'll have to be mounted somewhere at the top as well on the bike. Yeah, I'm going to fold some tubes and see what we can get going on here. Right, I've got a piece shaped, so that, something like that. Obviously it'd be joined nicely here so it looks all one piece. And obviously the same that side. And all mounted onto something here, which we've already had the holes for. I think that'll do it. And like I say, a couple of bars going across, a protective disc on the light anyway, then some nice sort of bracket at the top there. yeah. Again, just making up as we go along. I'm sure we'll come up with something that looks all right, but main thing is it's there to do a job. You know, if you did take a tumble on the bike or it tree branches or anything like that, you got less chance of smashing your headlight. That's what that's there for. It's not there to look pretty, like, you know, how we build the bobbers. It's there to do a job more than anything. I think I'm going down the right path. Okay, moving on to the following day. I had a little bit of a mess about that last night. I'm hoping the light will be here today, which is going to help things out a little bit. Stuff falling over outside. What was that? Oh, it's a chair. It's a bit windy out there. That second bit, I've done a full roll on it. Because I started to think it'll look alright if we had a bit of an oval going on. I've got some plate here to start making the bracket that it's going to mount to. So I'm going to cut these and get them done into an oval. And sort of let it evolve from there. I think they're about the same. Well, that one might need bringing in a little bit. Will it? Just trying to get them eyed up. Yeah, that one's got to come in a little bit. It's a little bit off. So I'll get that done. Then we'll get this cut. In fact, I might just hang on till the light comes and get on with the actual mounting, the bottom mount part. Yeah, I'll do that. I've quickly done this, just roughed out. I'll say we're gonna make use of them two little holes there. I'm starting with this. So now I've got to basically build that up so the tubes can attach to it. I've got to trim a bit off the bottom, so yeah, with the same sort of width as the bottom yoke there. So we'll trim that off. Or should I let it hang down a little bit? I don't know, I'll figure that out. I've trimmed that off. I'm starting to cut the sides for it now. And the light has arrived. It fits a treat, which is nice. Yeah, it fits an absolute treat between them tubes. Let's move one out of the way so we can see. That is spot on. Let's bring it forward. You might be able to see better. Well, that's worked out well, hasn't it? Very pleased with that. Anyway, let's put that well and truly out of our way, so I don't forget and start welding near it, and we'll get on with the brackets. Right, on with the bracket then. These side pieces, I want a hole in them, because I'm going to try and make all this sort of fully adjustable, I think. Right, we'll get them welded on. Right, that's that thing tacked together. Now I'm making the top. I think I'm going to put a little bit of a point on that, just to add a bit of shape. Not much, just enough. That's the one. Right, we'll cut that out and we'll get that tacked on. yeah, this will be a tiny bit fiddly fitting it, but it ain't like you've got to keep taking it on and off, on and off, on and off, so I don't mind that. I just want it to look fairly neat, and this should do it. Right, let's cut that out. Then that will go on there, and then we've got to do the front. Putting that bit of shape on the front as well will just give us a little bit more space to get up in there to do this up, I think. Yeah, it'll be all right. All right, let's cut that out. Right, that's that cut out. So that is going to go on the top there. I'll get that welded on, and then we'll make the front piece. That'll look all boxed in then. Yeah, that's all right. I like it. It's going to be all right. Right, I'll get that tacked on, and then we'll make the front. Right, just get a little fold in this front piece now, and then we can pull that together. Ooh, I nearly got that right first time. A little tweak. It's sometimes the little tweaks that go too far. Let's see what we can do. Ooh. That'll do it. A little tiny shave at the ends there, and that'll fit. There we go. So yeah, that will fit nicely there. Sort of in keeping what I've done all that time ago up there. If I do keep that set up, after someone saying it looks like an exercise bike speedo. That was funny. So yeah, that'll be there. Just got enough space underneath to get it all the fixings. So next, I think we'll do the tube work next. See how we get on with that. Right, been messing about a fair bit. I think I'm sort of going in the direction I want to go. Another thing I've thought of, just to change things up a little bit, obviously that's our headlight, is with the join we put another angle on it like so. And the headlight sits in there. I think that'll look all right actually, because what I'm going to do as well, I will get like a perspex cover for the headlight just to protect it, but I also thinking of just putting a couple of thinner bars down the middle or something like that, or I don't know, 4 of them, just to change it up a little bit as well, make it look like it's going to do the job. So yeah, I'm thinking bring that out like that. That angle will be about at the pivot point of the headlight, so there'll be some little brackets coming off the back of it that the headlight will bolt to. The headlight will probably sit around there, like so. And obviously this bottom bit will be cut, and that'll go and fit into each side of that, like that. Yeah, I think that'll look all right. It'll certainly be different. There won't be another one like it, which is also the plan. Yeah, I think I'm going to go down that route and do that. So cut some angles on these. I'm going to tack it all together to start with. And then when we got all that done, obviously make the brackets so they had like bolts to it. Then there'll be a steady bracket at the top, which will bolt up. Yeah, it'll be solid. If I slot the top brackets as well, absolutely everything will be adjustable. Everything. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much got my mind set on that. Let's see. I don't think it's going to change. I'm trying to take my time with this, because at the end of the day, everything I do now, if the grand plan does come together and I do keep this bike, which, yeah, I'd love to and all that, we don't want it falling to bits on me doing thousands. I wouldn't want it falling to bits on anybody, but obviously a bike like this it will, should we call it abuse? I suppose it is that to a certain degree. It's got to withstand it. So everything I do, everything's got to be absolutely spot on. Anyway, let's get them angles cut and tack that tube together. Right, that's that all cleaned up. So I've got it marked up now down here. So I've got to cut that section out. I've just done these little inserts on the lathe. I'm going to get them in there as best as I can. It may not be perfect because of the angle of the tube now, but any sort of gap I can weld up and dress up. Yes, I cut them. There it is, right in front of me. They'll bolt onto there. Let me think. Yeah, I'm going to put them in, slide that on, bolt it together, tack it all together, and then weld it all up and dress it up. I'll probably have to just trim a little bit more off there to allow for the thickness of the step in the inserts I've made. Yeah, definitely. That doesn't even go in. Oh, it does. Just. That's warm, that is. Right, so I'll trim a bit more off to allow for the thickness of them. I'm just gonna take a slice off these, see if we can get them in the tube a bit better. Right, we get in there. They're in a bit better now. So if we get that in there like that, then if we do them inserts up, which will pull them square, and then we can tack them on, take it apart and weld it up. That's that on the go. Where's the other one? Where's the other Allen kit? Allen bolt. There we go. It's the time of day to start losing everything. Where have I put that? I'm getting a bit of a mess. No doubt it's rolled off the table, or it's right in front of me. No, it's not right in front of me. So that means it's rolled off the table then and gone somewhere never to be found again. That was the perfect length as well. Ah, there it is. Hanging up on the floor. I've got it. So it'll look a bit rough to start with, but we'll get all that dressed in nicely when it's all been welded round. What I might do is grind that first, actually. Yeah, because it's obviously sort of slash cut. It is a slightly different shape from some that we've turned down perfectly round in the lathe. Yeah, I'm going to grind that first and then we'll tack it up. Okay, that's tacked on. I shall get our little box off now, because it's very, very close. If I try and weld it with that on, no doubt I will go off track and weld it to the box, which I don't want to do. I've spent quite a bit of time on that. There we are. Right, I'll get that welded and dressed up, and then next is the mounting eyes for the actual headlight itself. So doing it that way, how I've just done it, we know these will be a perfect fit to the little box there. I'll tell you what I am going to do though, is put these in so we don't get no weld spatter in the threads. Because that can be a bit of a nightmare when that happens. There we are. Right, quick welding and dressing job. Just getting the little box back on, and then we can start on the actual brackets that the headlight's going to fit to. Right, moving on. I've just had a friend round and a little catch up with a cup of tea, so I was sort of plodding on while he was here. The lugs for the headlight, I've got them tacked in place. I basically got this bit of tube and tapped it out. This is the exact width needed. I just thought it'd be easier doing it like that rather than try and set that up round the headlight with a chance of damaging it, because it was a little bit pricey. I have a little bit of a thing with that headlight. There's a little bit of disappointment with it. I like it. It looks fantastic, but it was a little bit pricey. And then there's this bit. Let me put it over here on the wood. It has got a protective bit of film over the lens there, so I can put it face down. That, I just thought, yeah, why not like a proper little seal there, like a little rubber seal, rather than all that gummed in there. I know I'm probably being picky to some, but I just thought that was a little bit nasty. So I may try and find a proper rubber seal for that, see if it I can make it a bit better than that. Like I say, for the price that it was, I thought that was a little bit off. But never mind, I do like the headlight, I like the shape of it, I like the look of it, so I guess I'm being fussy, I don't know. Anyway, that, like I say, that bar was to save me trying to set all that with the actual headlight. It just made things a little bit easier. Now they're all tacked in place, so I'm going to pop this out and actually put the headlight in there. He says, where's the spanner? There. Yeah, we'll give it a quick try on the bike. And I think that'll be my day done. I think it's been quite a long day. It has. So we'll get that on the bike, nip it all up, and then obviously we'll continue with all the little bits in the next video. Right, let me put the camera down and get that sorted. That's it. There we go. I am pretty pleased with that. In fact, I'm very pleased with it. So I think there's a little bit more going to go on. I might be making I might decide to make a grill for the headlight actually. I've got some of this tube. I might do something in that. I don't know yet. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, I am very happy with that. It'll certainly hold it in place, and I have thoroughly enjoyed doing that. Really have enjoyed doing it. Yeah, there might be a couple of extra bits going on yet. I don't know. Like I say, it's all fully adjustable. I can put it how I want. It's sort of how I said it would be with the bar passing through and that. So yeah, I can do what I want with that. Put it where I want. Tuck it right back, stick it right forward, do whatever. No doubt it'll look odd on the GoPro. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that for an headlight bracket. I have tightened it right up. I don't even know if it needs a steady at the top. It is proper solid. You could pull the bike along with that when it's done right up. So I don't think it's going to move. You know, I don't think it needs a top. At the end of the day, you can get headlamps that are just bottom mount. So it's no different really. Well, this is bottom and side. So yeah, I don't think it needs a top mount. If I decided to do something, I might just do like a rose joint bar just to steady it up here somewhere, somewhat discreet. But yeah, I am going to make other bits to protect the headlight. That'll probably happen in the next video. Very happy. And obviously it'll look all nice when it's black. I'll have that done in a textured black. I've just got to trim the little bits off the bottom here where they're protruding a little bit. Just got to trim them down and that'll be spot on. So that's it. I've just looked at that bit of footage. I don't know, it might look different on the computer. It looks wonky. It's driving me mad. It's not, I can assure you. So you won't get a shot where it's straight on. Oh, well, I don't know. It's not wonky at all. I don't know if it's looking like that. How it'll look when I'll get it in the computer. The only trouble is, being really pleased with all the individual jobs I'm doing on it, I'm going to get more attached to it. And I'm trying not to. I love it. I love that. I love that light. It does suit it. If you see it in the flesh, again, who knows what it's going to look like on your TVs and computers. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting attached to it. I don't want to. It's looking good. Anyway, that'll do for this video. Next, I may be doing a little bit more to that light. I think I've checked the the tracking on the seat. That's saying it's going to be here Monday. as soon as that comes, we can start laying the back end out and see how we go with that. Also, the van's got to get done. Most of the parts are here now. I'm actually just waiting for a single nut, a 14mm nut, and then I'll get my van back on the road very soon. Right, that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.